I couldn't help but start today's broadcast off with that. I mean, Joe Biden, the president of the United States, has no idea what the hell is going on. He's sitting there like, while everybody else is like clapping and singing. We are so screwed if this guy gets another term in office. Well, in today's broadcast, I've got some really bombshell information to share with you about how corrupt our FBI is becoming by the day. In fact, more and more information is coming out that they are literally after not only conservatives and Trump supporters that are, in the United States of America, but also in their own ranks. I've got more evidence to prove to you today that they are purging conservatives from the inside, which would explain why there is a massive bias at our FBI. But I believe this is the answer to Donald Trump's prayers, because this will give him all the more reason to clean house and fire a lot of people who are doing these biased things. We don't need an FBI who's biased. We need an FBI who is out there doing their job, regardless of a biased nature. And you guys are going to be floored by this. And this is huge in light of everything I shared yesterday. But here's just the news. In shocking litmus test, FBI security inquiry tied to unmasked employees' Trump support, memo shows. But it wasn't just their support for Trump. There are some other things, like if they had any Second Amendment support or vaccine hesitancy on top of that. But before I get into it, just a quick break from my sponsor. Now, we have been told our entire lives that wrinkle creams are the way to look younger. But now one doctor says that that's nothing but old news. According to Dr. John Lake, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkle fixes on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers. Well, recently, Dr. Lake has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. Why? Well, so that he can focus directly on anti-aging revolutionary breakthroughs. Now, his clients have dubbed this do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method, because it can take years and even decades off of your appearance in 2 minutes time. In light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lake has released a step-by-step video to the public where he outlines exactly how to use simple solutions from home. Now, if you want to check it out, all you have to do is go to bhmd1.com/haven. That's bhmd1.com/haven to watch that video. And if you want more information, you can click in the description box below. There's a link down there. Or if you're on your cell phone, click that more button to get more information, but you're not going to want to miss it out, as this product has been life-changing for me personally. All right, back to the broadcast. So let's dive into this litmus test that was given to FBI personnel. But here's what Just the News goes on to state. FBI officials conducting a top secret security clearance review for a longtime employee asked witnesses whether that employee was known to support former President Donald Trump and if he had expressed concerns about the COVID-19 vaccine or had attended a Second Amendment rally, according to internal memos that prompted a complaint to the Justice Department's internal watchdog alleging political bias inside the Bureau. The employee's security clearance was revoked months after the interview, which confirmed his support for Trump and gun rights and his concerns about the COVID-19 vaccine. But it goes on that in a letter to the DOJ inspector, the FBI's lawyer Tristan Levitt revealed his client made protected whistleblower disclosures to Congress and the GOA about the politicization of security clearance process, which he alleged he was put through simply because he self-reported having taken a vacation day to go to Washington, D.C. on January 6, 2021, the rally there with Donald Trump. Now, the lawyer is the one who is coming forward for his client. We do not know his client's name at this time. They want to remain nameless. They don't want to give that information out. But in the letter to the DOJ inspector, he makes it very clear that his client did not engage in any criminal activity on January 6th at all, nor did he enter the Capitol. So that had nothing to do with it. Now, I'm going to show you these bombshell FBI security division questions that they have been asking, apparently, their FBI employees, and they're going to drop your jaws to the floor. I mean, this is just very, very, very political, and it shows a massive bias. And I would hope and pray that Congress would act, but unfortunately, Democrats like this kind of thing, so I'm not sure we're going to get anything done. But either way, I think if we can wake up the American public, if you can share this video with everybody you know, hit that like button, share, make sure you are subscribed, then that's one way we can get this out to everyone. But FBI Security Division, and I want you to see the questions that they are asking on this report. Here it is. Do you vocalize support for President Trump? And of course, he says, yes, he supports him in a nutshell. Then we have, do you vocalize objection to the COVID-19 vaccine? Now, just so you know, this was after the federal mandate was lifted there. They weren't forced to get it anymore. This came after that. So they're asking this question after the mandate had been lifted by the Supreme Court of the United States. And you know, that tends to be more conservative leaning. And then, did you vocalize intent to attend January 6th? 2021. They didn't ask if you committed crime, walked into the Capitol. Nope, that had nothing to do with it. All you had to do was attend the rally. And there is no criminal intent just for freaking attending a rally. They also ask, are you aware he attended the Richmond Lobby Day event on 1/18/2021? And I'm not sure who specifically the he is, but Richmond Lobby Day event is basically a pro-gun event. So God forbid you can't be pro-Second Amendment, right? And then here's just the other ones. He put together 3 clearances showing, you know, obviously people had different answers, but these are 3 separate ones that had been filled out. Vocalized support for Trump, COVID-19 vaccine, do you have an objection? Did you want to attend January 6th? And of course, the Richmond Lobby Day. And here's the third one there. You can see the exact same questions, different answer per each person that had their security clearances revoked as a result of these documents. And what they didn't like is some of them vocalized support for Donald Trump, others vocalized Second Amendment support, and others vocalized their objection to these COVID-19 vaccines. And because of that, they got their security revoked. And when you get your security revoked, that's not, these agents can't just go to another place and get another one. They're done. It's like a career-ending move. Now, here is the letter that was published by the lawyer to the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, but it kind of gives the overall, you know, idea of everything I just told you, who his client is, who recently retired from the FBI with their security clearance revoked. But he goes on to talk about how they served the FBI honorably for 12 years, because this is something that they fill out. After 12 years, he received cash awards and positive performance evaluations. But this is a direct attack and a political bias, in my opinion. But here's some of the stuff just kind of highlighting his client and what he did. But in a nutshell, I want to read his kind of concluding thoughts on this because I think it's a very powerful point. And here's the conclusion, right? And it says this: instead of limiting its investigation to legitimate issues, the security detail acted as if support for President Trump, objecting to COVID-19 vaccinations, or lawfully attending a protest was the equivalent of being a member of Al-Qaeda or the Chinese Communist Party. The FBI's intentions are made clear by the questions it chose to put in black and white on a government document. A big fat amen and amen. I have been telling you guys how corrupt the FBI is. Now, back in 2022, or since 2022, they have been denying these allegations. Here's just a quick reminder. The FBI denies purging conservative employees in letter to Jim Jordan. So they obviously have denied it. Regardless of the fact that we have been hearing over the years from multiple whistleblowers. And by the way, these are yet more whistleblowers coming out. But here's Newsmax. Jim Jordan says he's heard from 14 FBI whistleblowers about their bias, about their prejudice, about their one-sided leanings. Now, I have been warning since earlier well, year since 2021, even when Joe Biden got in, how even before Joe Biden got in, I've been warning, because the FBI has been targeting Trump and conservatives for a very long time. But take a look back at some of the history of what the FBI has been reportedly up to. Right here, we got the postmillennial.com. Project Veritas releases Biden DHS FBI intelligence bulletin smearing conservatives as domestic violent extremists after raid on Mar-a-Lago. This was in 2022. Let's fast forward to 2023. House Judiciary report claim that broken FBI is targeting conservatives. This is in 2023. Let's fast forward to this year, 2024. This is on Newsweek. Exclusive: Donald Trump followers targeted by FBI as 2024 election nears. Here we are, still the target of investigation. The federal government believes that the threat of violence and major civil disturbances around the 24 presidential election is so great that it is quietly created a new category of extremists that it seeks to track to counter Donald Trump's army of MAGA followers. Wow. And then Jim Jordan says new whistleblower disclosures reveal scandalous push by the FBI, of course, to pad those domestic terrorist numbers. And as you know, that would be these Trump followers here, right? This is at least what it is definitely looking like to me, but that's not all. We also have all of these shenanigans that have been reported over the years. AG Merrick Garland tells FBI to investigate parents who yell at school officials about critical race theory. And this is on Reason. Of course, he's like, this is not really what we're doing, but really seems that way to me. House panel releases report on FBI's targeting of traditional Catholics. Remember that whole shenanigans? Whistleblower reveals FBI wrongly labeled Hunter Biden evidence as disinfo. Because God forbid that they say anything bad about Hunter Biden. Now he's been found guilty on 34 charges. I still don't think he's ever going to be arrested, in my opinion. They'll probably, if anything, house arrest and his daddy will pardon him. But who knows, probably just a pat on the back. Oh, good job there, buddy. But anyway, in the meantime, the FBI is spending millions of dollars on surveillance to track you, especially you naughty little Trump supporters. And now they're on a rampage, getting ready for the U.S. election, talking to these social medias, which they've already admitted they're in talks with Facebook and everybody else over foreign interference. Yeah, okay, because your history, emails and all, show a lot more than that. Not to mention the Twitter files, all the stuff that has been dropped on the Twitter files. This is just insane. If these documents don't set the internet on fire, honest to God, I don't know what will. I honestly don't know. But you can't tell me these are not biased. These are absolutely biased questions that they're asking. And here's the question. When they asked the FBI for their response to this, they gave no response. And they also asked the FBI, okay, what questions are you asking about Joe Biden? Are you asking questions about, do you vocalize support for Joe Biden? Or is it just one-sided with Donald J. Trump? Do you ask whether or not they're pro-abortion or not? I mean, where's the other side of this? Is there one, and does it exist? That's what I would like to know. But to have an objection to a vaccine and to just attend a rally, these are not criminal acts. And again, this came after the Supreme Court said, no, you can't mandate it. So why is it even being asked? That's what I really want to know. But right now, the FBI is refusing to answer those questions. Anyhow, wanted to share all of this with you guys. I love you all. Thanks again for tuning in, and hope to see you on restrictedrepublic.com. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.